All right, so the NBA draft lottery is done. The Atlanta Hawks jumped all the way up to get the first overall pick, and I thought it would be kind of cool to kind of document my journey to learning the players, because y'all, I don't watch college basketball other than the actual tourney. There's a lot to be learned. I went to the draft combine today, had a lot of fun, learned some names, saw some faces. I'll go again in a couple days to do some interviews. I think it'll be kind of cool to kind of know the people that I'm interviewing. So what I'm going to do is read through or / react to a mock draft to start off with. Now, this mock draft is from The Ringer, Kevin O'Connor and company. I'm not saying this is the end-all, be-all. You might disagree with the picks. That's completely okay. I'm not here to talk about the picks necessarily. I'm more here to talk about the prospects and kind of learn the prospects, you feel? And if y'all enjoy this, and maybe we'll do it again in a week after the combine when people get their measurements, the three-point shooting, and all right. I know that people say that this is one of the worst draft classes ever, but I also heard that back in 2013, and then that produced Giannis. So who knows? It could be an all-timer here. It could be an all-timer here, or it couldn't. I mean, I guess there's a chance too. Every single draft class, this is something I just did the research on before this. Every single draft class between now and 1964 has produced at least 3 All-Stars. Most have 4 to 5. So, like, is this going to be the one draft class that doesn't produce 3 All-Stars? Probably not. We just got to find who the 3 All-Stars are going to be, at minimum. Could be more. Potential first overall pick is Alex Sarr. Heard this name before, from France. I like to kind of look at theirs because it's very consumable, right? So it tells you he has shades of Jaren Jackson Jr. and John Isaac, skyscraping wing trapped in a center body with a rare blend of size, finesse, and explosiveness. On-ball defense, shot blocking, positional versatility, and hustle. I don't envy the people that have to, like, actually scout these guys, because if I saw this, this right here, I wouldn't be thinking first overall pick. But obviously, we've had a lot of first overall picks in history not put up no crazy statistical year, whether it be overseas or in their 1 year of college or whatever, and come to the league and be great eventually. So, it's a lot of projections, 29% from 3 and 61% from the line. That's not amazing, but we move. Donovan Clingan is a guy I would love the Bulls to get. Obviously, we can't get him because we have the 11th overall pick. I watched him a lot this year at Connecticut, and I say a lot because I watched the tourney. And he looked really fun. He looked really good. He looked like the center that I would want on one of the centers I would want on my team as we try to get away from the Vucevic era. Shades of Roy Hibbert. And people might laugh at that. Roy Hibbert was pretty good in his day. It just kind of ended very, very early. And we're starting to see, like, those bigger centers that might not be super rangy or have this three-point shot, whatever, even though he did hit some three-point shots at the combine today. They're starting to come back in style. With Rudy Gobert, Walker Kessler, and so on and so forth. So I kind of like a massive interior presence who projects to be as a post threat on offense and a paint protector on defense. Shot blocking, and all of the advanced stats, all of the Calvin stats, all of that just looks great for Donovan Clingan, even though they don't have his actual stats here. I like him as a prospect a lot. Is he going to be the next All-Star? Maybe not, but I think that's completely okay in this draft class. But do you feel that good at number 2? Like, should the Wizards be thinking center right now? I guess they shouldn't be thinking anything. Go get the best player available or the guy that you like the most, because it's not like they have a bunch of building blocks anyway. Shout out to Bilal Coulibaly. 3rd overall pick, Nikola Topic. Interesting to go guard here. I guess this would be like, hey, do we believe that Amen Thompson's our point guard of the future, or do we want a guy next to him? Crafty shot creator who jitterbugs around the floor to generate buckets. Goran Dragic, not Nikola Jokic or Nikola Jokic. I don't think this was necessary, Kevin. But stiff jump shooter. Defenders often sag off of him. So if you got him and Amen Thompson, I don't know. But it's all about progression. He's not even 19 years old just yet. Maybe one day he'll be great. He's 6'6". Sensational scorer in the paint with the deep bag. I am reading through all of these too. I'm not keeping all that in the video, but I am reading through them too. Next, Rob Dillingham. I think if you a hoop head, you know the name. You've seen the mixtapes before. They got him as Lou Williams / Bones Highland. That's his shades of. Now, shades of don't mean that's his floor and his ceiling, right? It just means that, like, when you look at this player, he reminds you of Lou Will, and he can remind you of Bones Highland. Electric bucket getter who is starting to develop as a playmaker. Good float game, movement shooter, spot up threat, ball handling ability, 6'1". Now, the official wingspans and stuff should be out later today as I'm recording this, so I would take this with a grain of salt because we ain't got the actual measurements yet. But I've heard the name. I've seen the mixtapes. I know he could be nice at the next level. Next, we got Matthias Buzelis from Illinois. 6'11". I didn't realize he was 6'11". Okay. Lamar Odom. Ooh, that's kind of cool in today's basketball. Now, They say, yeah, shooting. Connective playmaker with size, shooting, and the ability. I didn't know he could shoot. I thought that was going to be the one thing that he struck. Oh, who is he really as a shooter? He was streaky shooter into his final year of high school season when he made 43% of threes, hitting a variety of shots off movement and smooth mechanics and the high release. He is back to below 30% during the G League season. Yeah, it's tough. Oof. So is he a shooter? I don't know. Lamar Odom in today's basketball, he kind of cool. I won't lie. Big old point forward. Make the right play. Defend a little bit. Off-ball defense specifically. Good feel for the game. Okay, that's number 5. Let's hope that if the Detroit Pistons do go this route at number 5, and again, this draft class is so weird that there's no for sure. He could probably go as high as 3 and as low as 12 or something. I don't know. But if they do go this route, hopefully he's the better shooter because Detroit, y'all deserve something. The fans deserve something. The front office don't. Reed Sheppard. Now, I saw that on Kevin O'Connor's big board, he had Reed Sheppard. I saw on Twitter like a month ago that he had Reed Sheppard like number 1 on his big board. So maybe things have shifted. So now Reed Sheppard is number 6. Brandon Miller is looking like the real deal, but LaMelo has been unreliable. 6'3", wingspan to be determined later. Reminds me of Derek White, a menacing defender who's and Spark Plug scorer who is, he got that dog in him? I didn't know that was a thing we was doing. Okay. All right. Okay. I don't know my prospects. Every year I have my own prospects. The guys that I watch the tape of, I'm like, oh, that's our dude. Some years we do great. Some years we have Robert Woodard as our sleeper. He was our sleeper. He's in the G League lighting it up, I think. Some years we do great. Some years we don't, you know? I'm trying to think of some people from Jalen Smith was one of my guys. Paul Reed was one of my guys. I always try to go like outside of the top picks. I'm trying to think of some other people that were my guys. If you've been watching for some time and you remember me specifically being high on a prospect, please comment down below because I don't remember. Sometimes a dude become my guy in college and do the draft, and then I watch him in the NBA. I'm like, oh, I don't care about bro. 7th overall pick is this Richard Sarr guy, who they're saying Michael Porter Jr., connective piece of offense who's quickly learned his role as a two-way versatility. 10 points per game, 41% from 3 on 3.5 attempts. I like that. I like that a lot. As noted above, he'll need to prove his improved shooting numbers are for real. Oh, so they don't know if it's real or not. Maybe I don't like that. It's not a big sample size of being a 41% shooter. But if he is that, and they're saying that positional versatility, this is like a swing for the fences, right? Because, I mean, nothing else here makes it doesn't read as though this guy is a for sure thing, right? And I guess nobody's for sure thing, but assistant turnover rate, not great. Interesting prospect. Portland, is that the move? I don't know. Cody Williams, J-Dub's little bro. Feel for the game is the only thing that's... He only get 1 badge? 1? Okay. All right. Dynamic finisher and a big playmaker with an impressive defensive toolkit. And they send Jalen Rose. Okay. All right. They're giving you the reason why the Spurs might look that way. I don't really care about who gets drafted where. I just kind of want to learn the people. The brother of Thunder lottery pick Jalen Williams is taller than his older sibling with open court athleticism. Okay, all right. Underwhelming 3-point shooter despite having good mechanics. Lack dynamicism pulling up from the mid-range too. He needs to prove both to concrete. Okay, no numbers here. I guess just the foreign-born players get their numbers. That's what I'm seeing. Oh, no. Okay, there's no real pattern here. All right. 9th overall pick, Ron Hall. I know the name because he was one of the top dudes before he went to the G League Ignite. Harrison Barnes and theoretically Josh Jackson. What the hell does that mean? 6'8", athleticism, dogging him, hustle, on-ball defense. The only time I've actually watched him play was during the All-Star weekend, and he was in that stuff. He's a stiff shooter. And I kind of immediately go towards the minuses first and then work my way to pluses. I don't know if that says more about me. But stiff shooter, he takes it. Okay. All right. Needs to work on improving his offhand to become more dynamic at rim finisher. But they're saying to Memphis at number 9. Number 10, Stephon Castle. This is my guy. This is one of my guys. And I haven't seen him play. That's not true because I watched UConn. Good defender. I don't know much about him as a potential prospect. I remember the defense being amazing. The offense is still a little bit rough, but he follows me on Instagram, so that's my guy. I'm forever rooting for you. Jumbo-sized guard who could do it all and could have superstar upside if the jumper improves. Got the dog in him, hustle, on-ball defense, good feel for the game. 6'6" guard. almost 20 years old at this point. Shooting has been his biggest problem in high school. He's below 70% from the free throw line and routinely shot 30% from three. Freshman, he once again shot 30% from three. Missed 1 month to begin the season with a meniscus injury. Right. I need to see his mechanics because I'm the big scout here. I'm going to let you know if he's going to be a good three-point shooter, a good shooter. His two comps are Orlando Magic guards. Got it. Okay, this is the pick I care about the most. The 11th overall pick. Dalton Knecht. They say he is a KCP Max Strus. Now, he's one of the older prospects. I think that would make, at 23.1, that would make him the oldest guy drafted so far if he does end up going here. And do-it-all scorer from all areas of the floor who has a tendency to catch fire, movement shooter, pull-up threat, clutch gene, and off-ball defense. Targeted by opponents because he's usually the weakest link on defense. This will often be true in the NBA too unless he improves his ability to move laterally. That's not great. During his game against Kansas earlier this season, he went 4 from 17 from the field and seemed overwhelmed by the Jayhawks' size. That doesn't feel great either at number 11. Okay. I would rather, I don't know what direction I want the Bulls to go. Mostly because I don't know these people. But like, is it a guard? Is it a forward? Is it a big that I would prefer? I'm not completely sure just yet. The 12th overall pick. I don't know how to pronounce your name yet, but I promise one day I'll get there. This guy has Chandler Parsons' potential. He's a 6'9" forward that is almost 19 years old. Young talent with raw qualities to potentially become a versatile two-way star. Off-ball defense, positional versatility. Every single one of these prospects are reading the exact same. This guy's young. He defends well, but he's a project. That's what I'm reading for everybody, except for Dalton Knecht, who's almost 30. That's maybe it's just the foreign players that they're saying that. No, because I mean you said the same thing about Stephon Castle. He's a raw guy who's great on defense. That if his jump shot can come around. Ron Holland's a raw prospect who's got that dog in him. He hustles, but he needs to get that shot to come around. Cody Williams got a good feel for the game, a good playmaker, but he cannot shoot the three. Like, all of these guys look exactly the same. By the scouting report, this is not the only mock draft in the world. It's not the only mock draft in the world. I got to go look at some other ones. But they're all reading very similarly. Again, I will go back to read the entire column because he also has, like, deep dives. And, that is the deep dive. Okay. All right. So I want to read this one and then go through other mocks as well. But we're gonna start here. Next, we have a Devin Carter, who's a 6'3", 22-year-old out of Providence, a junior, so one of the older guys too. He's got Bruce Brown, shades of, potential contributor in every facet of the game, and he thrills viewers while doing it. Okay, I need to go buy some tape there because that's kind of fun. Hustle, dog in him, crafty finisher, positional versatility. This Anthony Carter's son. Okay, all right, that's cool. Got some more kids into the league. He's making 40% of his threes this season after hitting below 30% the first 2 years. He has an ugly form, but he's effective. All right, what part do you believe more? Do you believe the 2 years before that, or did he get a real progression, or is it a 1 year boost? I don't know. Jacoby Walter, I've heard this name before. Chris Middleton, 6'5", Chris Middleton. Okay, kind of like that. Assertive scorer with a silky shooting stroke and a tenacious competitive spirit. I like that. The flaws, doesn't have advanced handle yet. And then I think that's where we ended at the lottery. I do see my guy Jared McCain down here who they're saying is Steph Curry. You know what? For the rest of this, let's just see the comps. I'm not going to read nothing, just the comps. Then we got Tristan Diva Silva, who's Kyle Anderson, maybe 6'9" forward. I'm guessing he's got some good playmaking stuff. Then you got Kel'el Ware. I hope I'm not mispronouncing these men's name, man. You got Shades of Miles Turner. I actually remember him because he was very highly touted out of high school. I remember the name at least. Then we got Jalen Tyson out of California, Jared Dudley, Ryan Gomes, okay. Isaiah Collier, which is crazy because the Bleacher Report mock draft had Isaiah Collier going to the Bulls at 11. So I don't know what to believe. That's how much of a range these players got nowadays. You can go 11th or 19th. Tyreek Evans, Emmanuel Mudiay, okay. Then we got another Nikola coming to the league, another Chandler Parsons / Sam Decker. Carlton Carrington. Wow, what a name. He's a Big Lou Williams. Ooh. Okay. I'm not against that. I also saw this guy potentially mocked to the Bulls, and now he can go as 22. They say it's Jalen Duren. Wow. All right. Deron Holmes is Jalen Smith. I'm not even going to try it. Is Michael Finley. Zach Edey is Zubac. Then you got Clintman, who's Channing Fryer, Jared Dudley. We got Charlie Villanueva and Tyler Smith. Cal Filipowski's got a negative wingspan, so that's all people talking about on Twitter right now. Keyshawn George is Joe Ingles. And then this guy out of the Cameroon is Nicholas Claxton. Okay, did I learn anything today? I think I just saw some names that I didn't know, which is fun. I think I got to go back and go read through all of these. And hopefully by the other Thursday, when I have to go meet a lot of these dudes, I'll recognize their face and their name. It's a lot of pressure calling people the wrong name, which I've done before. I won't lie, I've done it before, but I ain't going to tell you who and where.